Indeed, Valen, thank you so much. All right, let's start with that interactive part of the show by taking a look at our question of the day. And this is what we're asking your input on this morning. What are your views on the further easing of lockdown restrictions announced by the president last night? So we had another family meeting. You were saying yesterday, it's been postponed or
3 weeks
just
now,
didn't happen.
Just happy to
and last night it finally happened.
Yeah, it did, yeah. So we heard a lot last night, and some people were expecting the worst, but it was anything but the worst handed to us. It was pretty much so, one of the two big things to come out of it in terms of the easing of those restrictions were alcohol now resuming. You can buy alcohol at any day of the week. Usually
there's a big cheer for that.
Yeah, that was, yeah. And then, of course, the international travel, borders are opening. So I'm already seeing articles coming out in British publications saying, there we go, you can now go. South Africa's president has opened it up to travel. There's no more ban on high-risk countries such as the UK. But so we'll see what goes on and how this actually pans out. So we'd love to hear from you. What do you think, and what did you make of the president's address last night?
Some of the stories in our news diary. President Cyril Ramaphosa is this afternoon expected to answer oral questions in the National Assembly.
The trial of rape-accused televangelist Timothy Omatozo expected to resume this morning in the Port Elizabeth High Court. Omatozo is accused of allegedly raping and sexually abusing young women from his church.
Former Janelle Group Chief Executive Officer Zwelakhe Ntshepe is expected to continue testifying at the Commission of Inquiry into allegations of state capture when it resumes this morning. The current Group CEO, Talib Sadiq, is also expected to give testimony.
And according to the Health Ministry, these are the latest numbers. The President announced them last night, in fact. The confirmed COVID-19 cases are sitting at 742,394. The total deaths in South Africa have now surpassed the 20,000 mark. It's at 20,011. 686,458 people have recovered. This brings the active cases down to 35,925.
Take a look at those trending topics now for obvious reasons. First up, hashtag Cyril Ramaphosa. And, people talking about obviously the announcement, what was said, and breaking that down. What was very funny, because, and this is a feature of who we are as a nation, we will make fun of everything. Cupcake was trending as well last night.
Are you joking? Was it? I missed that.
I'm dead serious. And people were saying the president has become a yellow bone, throughout this lockdown. Yeah.
Really?
I promise you, Cupcake was trending last night.
I know.
And the president was trending on all sorts of fronts. And people asking, okay, so did he mention anything about Kaizer Chiefs? People just take it to another level.
That is so funny.
But I think it's important that we do have, that moment of comic relief from all the stress and strain that we go through.
We don't stop having comic reliefs. I mean, no matter what, South Africa will find a way. I mean, now I see what you're saying. Oh my gosh, I just had a look at some of the pictures. So if you, there's a lady named, oh my gosh, who is this? Le King, Smoochie. She said she goes on to, she obviously used the, the app Snapchat.
Where they went, did you see the one where he's a baby?
And he's a baby and he's a bunny and he's got glasses on and little ears. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just saw that now. Okay, I thought it was more serious than that, but apparently not. Oh, that is gorgeous. Did you see when he looks like a little boy?
Yeah,
guys,
that's my favorite.
I'll repeat it for you. Yeah. He actually looks very nice as a young kid. Anyway, then that was Cyril Ramaphosa, Kimi Makwetu. And no laughing matter here. It really isn't. I mean, this is absolutely devastating. Came as such a shock. And I think, his family obviously are going through the most at the moment. And I was hearing reports that in fact his son was playing a cricket match yesterday or something like that, and they couldn't release the information because that would be the way he'd find out. And obviously then it was released a bit later that he had passed on. But Kimi Makwetu, Auditor General, I mean, we had him, and Sakina, you've spoken to him so many times. I've spoken to him so many times. Yeah. Always accommodating, always there, giving you analysis, a great understanding, and tirelessly doing his job to fight against corruption. And sometimes for him felt like a an impossible task, but something he never stopped doing. And
he
it's
played a
with great
fantastic
regret.
innings, and he served his country with distinction.
Indeed, and we thank his family for allowing him to do that.
And this is one that I felt personally yesterday. You know, I was like, I felt this one deeply saddened. So, you know, rest in peace, Kimi Makwetu.
Indeed. All right, the Eastern Cape, also a trending topic, and this has, of course, been highlighted by the President. I think for two reasons the Eastern Cape is trending. I mean, the Eastern Cape is really sort of, the President is saying, please, guys, just careful. We're seeing a resurgence in the Eastern Cape. Things are not looking good, so take very, very special care and precautions when you're there. And then the other thing, of course, is the Nelson Mandela Bay former mayor there, Mongeli Bobani, passing away as well. COVID was what he was struggling with, and unfortunately lost the battle yesterday. So again, deeper sympathies.
Indeed, and that's where we'll leave it for our trending topics this morning.